you saw this somewhere, would you think it belongs in a musical instrument museum? I think most folks would say no to that, but you'd be surprised to know it is actually a musical instrument called the Quijada de burro. And if you speak Spanish, you'll know that means the jawbone of a donkey or a burro. How do you play it? Well, you're hearing some rattling, right, while I'm holding it? Let me show you how you would play it. I'm holding it with one hand. I'm gonna take my puñal, my fist, with the other, and I'm gonna go like this. And what is happening here, I'm gonna show this really close to you, is that the teeth are rattling in the sockets. Now you probably noticed, did you notice I have another one here? I'm gonna trade that off, and we'll see. Do you think they both sound the same or different? Did you notice there were a couple more teeth in this one than the other one? Check it out. Think about it, same or different? Pretty cool. It is one of my favorite instruments. I really, really love taking it out because it illustrates a point that music is something we make with the things we find around ourselves. So where does this come from? Well, let me tell you how I learned about it. I learned about it because it's part of the Afro Peruvian tradition. So when I grew up in the mountains of Peru, I would come down to the city of Lima, and that's where I'd hear a type of music that you call criollo, or música Afro Peruano. And this music was amazing. This was music that came from people. And it's a sad story that were brought to Peru as slaves. It's a sad and a terrible story, but the one good part of that story is that they never left their heart and their soul and their music behind. It was different. It was played on different instruments, right? But they never left their music behind. So now on the coast of Peru, you'll hear this beautiful Afro-Peruvian music with the cajon box drum that I'm sitting on. It's kind of beneath me here. With a cajita, which I'll tell you about later, and with this jawbone of a donkey. So people never stop loving to create and making beautiful things. They just do it in different ways. And that's a really neat thing to remember, that if you don't have a piano or a violin or even a drum set, that doesn't mean you can't be making music. Music is something you find all around yourself. So, what do we do with this? We play a song. So I want to play a song from Peru called El Yipi-Ay. And it is really a song from Peru, even though it's going to sound a little bit like it might be a cowboy song from the United States. You tell me what you think. It goes like this. Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yippee-yay, yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yippee-yay, yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yippee-yay, yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yippee-yay. Hey! Pretty cool, huh? Oh, I bet you were wondering, and I love to take this out when I take this instrument out, guys. I bet you were wondering, if you were looking really, really close, what these teeth look like when they are not in the jawbone. So I have one right here, and I'll put it right up to the camera so you can see it. That is immense, right? I mean, that's enormous. So I just think that maybe that's kind of part of the sound, is the sound of these amazing teeth going all the way in here. Yeah, see, now you can see it fit right in there. And while I'm showing you this, and you can see it up close and really get a good view of the teeth, let me show you that people have also played it, not just like I was playing with my fist and hitting the side. They play it with a stick, like a guiro. So check this out. So that's another way it can be played. And you know, I mentioned the story of this as I understood it from Peru, but I always check around with fellow historians. And you know what I found out? Peru is not the only place they play an instrument made from a jawbone. I found out that there's a type of music in Mexico called Costa Chica. And in that, this is part of their instrumentation. This is part of the band. I also found out that in Argentina and in Costa Rica, that there are similar versions. They don't play it exactly the same, but you will see this instrument. And then I checked it out further with some more friends of mine that are historians in Africa. You know what they told me? Well, they didn't tell me there were donkeys or burros, but they did say that there was an instrument like this that was made from the jawbone of a zebra. And I think that's pretty amazing that all over the world people were figuring out, I have this, I wonder what I can do with it. And I think it works pretty well as a musical instrument. So the last thing we're going to show you today is how to turn this into a musical instrument craft. Now, can you please go around your house and look out your windows and see if you have a donkey jawbone anywhere? Okay, you looked, right? Nobody ever says they do, but that's okay, because hang on, in our very next segment, you do not need a donkey jawbone to make a donkey jawbone craft. We'll see you next time.